Well, it's such a pleasure to welcome back home Brian Schulze. Oh, no, sorry. Let's do this right. Terry Jean Popowich is back home, and Brian Schulze is, you brought him along. Okay,
Canada, actually. First time in Canada.
so where's your maple leaf?
My maple leaf is in United States, Pennsylvania. Keystone State.
We'll get to you in a second. Terry Jean, you're in town for another workshop that you famously come back home to do, giving back all the time. It's so cool that you keep on doing that. So good on you for that. But let's talk about where you've been since the last time we talked to you, which would have been a year ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And started. Okay, it began October 4th. Go.
Where
I'm kidding.
Okay, I don't even know. Usually my roommate Alex or my best friends let me know. I've been in India, Singapore, Hong Kong. I just was in Cape Town, Africa. Wow. I just got back from Argentina, Buenos Aires a few weeks ago.
Don't cry for me. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Argentina, yeah.
Wow, and all part of doing dancing and doing workshops, or what were you doing?
Shows, like I'll perform. Argentina was an amazing job. It was 2 hours of teaching a day and then a little small show. So it's just been wonderful. Singapore was Asia's Got Talent. India, of course, was Dancing with the Stars India.
You were actually in the show, right?
Yeah.
How far did you get?
I was top 6.
Yeah.
Which is so good, yeah.
What happened? What the hell happened?
I was like, crap. No, I was really happy with that. I mean,
you should tell them the interesting story about like why it was so different in India than it was in the States. Remember they had you, yeah, tell them.
To be the celeb instead of the dancer?
Yes, and that you had to lip sync too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so the language barrier and having to speak Hindi and to lip sync to all the songs because that's what they do. It's kind of like musical theater all the time.
Is it like screw in the light, pet the dog thing too?
Yeah. And then mouthing the words at the same time. It's just madness.
At the same time.
So that must have been a bit of a challenge.
It was, and I mean, I think in North America we're a little bit more punctual with our time. So when the director says be there at 4 a.m., I'm there at like 3:45. My driver picks me up. I'm not late. Yeah. And I was the celeb there. I do this because like dancers aren't celebrities. It's like, anyways. But I would be there before the director, before the camera crew, before everyone. And then it was a 17-hour day. Oh my gosh. So it was long shooting.
But fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I loved it.
Well, who won?
It was actually one of my favorite guys, Akash. He was a very famous actor, one of the most famous men in India, and I wanted him to win, and I was crying when he won. He deserved it, yeah.
But you always cry.
I know. I just love talent, and I like to support people, and I love when good things happen to good people.
Okay, let's connect this with Brian here. Where did this all happen?
That's kind of what it is. It is just a storm since the beginning, and it just kind of takes over every area that we are in together. True story.
Okay, so where did it all start?
Was it Ocean City?
It was Ocean City. We did a convention together for the first time, and we laid eyes on each other and pointed our finger at each other, and we were like,
I like you.
I like you.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened.
The dancer's way, right?
Yeah. I have an incredible story about TJ that I'll never forget, and it was I saw her teach her first class. I was teaching my jazz funk class, and I had just finished. And I snuck in the other room to see what she was teaching, which was an amazing improv class about teaching kids how to communicate with each other and to look at each other in the eye. And her way of doing things and teaching these kids this lesson, the best thing about it is it's not even just for the kids. If you're a human being, regardless of age, you need to learn this lesson. And it was incredible.
Well, let's talk about your journey. You're born in Pennsylvania. You had a bit of a difficult upbringing. Is that fair to say? And then, but got you somehow this path. You were righted on the right path.
That is absolutely correct. Yeah, I grew up in foster care, and I went through a few different families growing up. The system is terrible. Hopefully, it gets better for the kids. But I went into the military for somewhere to go. Out of high school, and that military experience gave me so much self-confidence, so much direction about what I wanted to do with my life. And how dance got involved was after the military. I went into college, and I saw my first musical ever. I didn't even know what a musical was when I went into college, and it was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I just remember the curtain coming up and the lights turning on, and then people start singing and dancing. I grabbed my friend. I'm like, this is what I want to do. this is what I want to do. And I was freaking out. And ever since then, I jumped in dance classes and moved to LA. $500 to my name, packed all my clothes, took off, and just made it happen.
Now as I understand, you've choreographed for Paula Abdul, is that right? And then you've been on Glee, and you do a lot of works for Disney?
Yeah, Disney and Nickelodeon. I actually just choreographed and produced a music video for Dove Cameron and Ryan McCartan called Written in the Stars. Their band is called Girl in the Dreamcatcher, and it just got 1 million views a couple days ago, so yay. Yeah, very exciting.
What's the experience like to be on Glee, and what was your role?
I was a dancer.
What typecast?
Who knew? Who knew? That experience was one of the best experiences of my life, to be on such an amazing TV show that everyone loves to watch. Zach Woodley was choreographing at the time, and he was an amazing choreographer. So working for him was a really nice transition into that type of environment, because he was very professional. All the dancers that I worked with were extremely professional. There's something to be said about dancers who know what the professionalism is. When you come from a studio and you take these studio classes, that doesn't prepare you for what it's like to actually make a living dancing. Yeah. You know, you're not at mom's house anymore. You've got bills to pay, you've got rent, you've got to eat, and you have to be on time. You know, it's not an ego thing. You're there to do a job, and you've got to do it right. You know, so I think there's a big lesson to be learned, and that's what half of this convention that we're teaching here is, to give these kids the other side of that world outside the studio. Cool. So, yeah.
All right. So, looking forward, what's going on? What do you want? What's your passionate about coming up?
Right now, I'm actually producing and choreographing for the Bellagio in Las Vegas for their New Year's Eve party. I'm part of an entertainment production company, and we produce entertainment for corporate events. Wow. So, yeah.
I've heard the Bellagio is a pretty big hotel.
Yeah, you could say that.
Kind of small.
They got a little waterfall out front.
It's a little trinkly thing. You know, it's one of those angels
like a
that's
sprinkler that we
it's
have
like
here in Lethbridge.
just one though.
One sprinkler.
Just one sprinkler. Yeah.
I'm gonna run through it when I go.
Yeah.
What's your plans, Tara Jean? What are you doing? Because keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah, it's I'm so lucky. I'm on tour right now, so I have another 26 cities coming up. Which is great, because I've seen all of Canada and all of US, so I get to do it again. But I'm so appreciative. It's just crazy living on airplanes. Yeah. And then I'm going to be based right now. I'm still in LA, and I'm headed back to New York. Wow. I love my agent in New York. Yeah. She's my favorite, so I'll do that. And yeah, in a relationship now, so trying to focus on this dude that is like the best person in the world, and career, and try to do everything.
Sam.
Sam Hunt, ladies and gentlemen.
Just personal everywhere.
She's not denying it.
Yeah.
For the first time. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I never talk about personal life.
Wow, okay, cool.
This is secrets for you, Lethbridge, Alberta.
And again, you know, you still, I'm so impressed that you keep grounded, and that's important in all of life, I would think.
Thank you. Yeah, of course.
No, that is so very cool. Good for you. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
See you at the Bellagio.
Yes.
What's that song from Rocky Horror Show?
To the time warp again. I don't know the choreography. You're picking up. Step, touch, shaky, 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 and look.
Step.
Bye.
See you.